Hello.
Hello, I'm Randi Rain, and this is my partner.
I am the OmniBot 2000.
Now, OmniBot 2000, we have a problem. It's one of your relatives. It needs to be fixed. Now, I guess it would be your grandson? Well, actually, it wouldn't be your maybe your half-grandson.
What in the world are you talking about?
Well, I'll show you. This is
OmniBot Garage.
Yeah, so the problem is with this guy right here. The OmniBot Jr. Or in this case, the Radio Shack version, the Robie Junior. So it's still the same thing as the OmniBot Jr. It's made by, Tomy. So is this like the equivalent of a redheaded stepchild or something? Do you treat this one different? If you did, that would make you a versionist.
A version, yes. A version, yes. Are all humans as weird as you? Doesn't this robot work?
Yeah, actually it does work. It actually works pretty good too, so if I turned it on,
Hello.
it turns on, and I can turn this on.
Okay, I'm coming.
Yes, he's coming. So you can go this way, forward and backwards. It does everything, and
Okay, I'm coming.
you can have it
Okay,
turn.
I'm coming.
It follows. Alright, stop. Stop. So yeah, you would think it's all good, but there is a problem, and it's something that I fix on here all the time, and that is a broken gear. This is one I'm pretty sure I don't think you can go buy. Maybe you can. You can definitely find one on thingiverse to replace it by 3D printing it out, but I thought I would show you how I make these gears really precisely. And people contact me all the time, can you make this gear? Sure, I'll make that gear for you. So I guess I'm going to show you how to do it, even though I'm not sure that's such a great idea since it's actually my work and I'm showing you how to do my work. Well, anyway, let's get started.
Yes. Would you please shut up?
Yeah, well, hand me the screwdriver. Okay, start off. 4 screws on the bottom. Looks like 5 screws at the bottom. So now, just undo all these cables. Of course, inside you have the speaker, the lights for the eyes. You have 2 ultrasonic sensors in there, and then there's the head switch at the top. So this was like my second video I ever did on repairing a robot, and as soon as I got it done and had it working again, I got the video finished, it stopped working, and it was one of these gears here. These little gear boxes come out. This is it says left and right, L and R. It's this one. So that one, this gear here is split. We'll have a look at the other one. Now the other gear is in good shape. The right gear is bad. The left gear is fine. That's the split one. You can see it split right there. But the other side seems to be good. Wow, I totally remember that gear being much bigger. And, well, that one, I bet you I probably could find that online.
More than likely you can.
Well, I could, but still, it's not too small that I can't make a mold of it and create a new one. And I do have all the material, and that is kind of what this video is about.
Would you just shut up?
Okay, I will. Well, hand me a flathead screwdriver. So I'm just going to take them both off. This is the good one here. Get underneath it. There we go. That one is good. So I need to clean that one. Just going to use some WD-40. Get all the grease off of it. Now I'm wondering if this really is the gear that I was thinking about on Thingiverse. I remember it being way bigger. Okay, so I got the gear cleaned up with some soap and water after the WD-40. And got a little piece of foam board here. Now I'm going to take some CA glue. Now hand me my scissors. I have a piece of clay here. Make a nice smooth cuts on it. So take a piece of clay and make this ring. Mash the clay down. Now the clay that I use here has to be sulfur free. So as long as it's sulfur free, it'll work. If not, just hot glue some paper around it. So the silicone that I'm going to be using is called Mold Max 30. It's made by the Smooth On Corporation and distributed by Reynolds Advanced Material. Now there's different kinds of silicone, and this is a tin cured silicone. Now a tin cured silicone is going to be your cheaper one. And it's going to be not as durable, and it's fancy and can do all the amazing stuff at high temperatures and whatnot. That's going to be the platinum, of course. The platinum cured is way more expensive, so I don't need it for this. So Mold Max 30 is a good all-around silicone for this. So for this little small mold that I'm making, I don't even need the scale. And I really don't even need the scale any other time because I've done this so many times. I can tell just by how the color looks when I mix the catalyst to the silicone. So let's make this little one.
You're a little chatterbox today.
So I'm just going to take a little Dixie cup. It's not going to take much. That's plenty. And now this is the catalyst. And it's not going to take much of it, but I will end up making it hotter than it is now. The more you put in here, the faster it's going to go off, but the mold isn't going to last as long. It'll start deteriorating a lot faster. But when it's something like this, for this just one time, this little gear, that's a good color of pink right there. That'll work just fine. Get this silicone in there, and I got to get it down in that hole. So I'm just going to put some in like that and start using a toothpick and get it down in there. And I'm going to let it fall over the gear and let it run down and get in between all the gear teeth. But I want to make sure it gets down in here. You can see how it's running down. That's what I want. But with this silicone, you can really kind of go either way with the Mold Max series. Degas it or not degas it. But I want to make sure I got all the air bubbles away from those teeth. So I'm going to degas this one. So while that silicone is curing, I have a question. If you watched my last video, it was on Tobor, the supersonic robot. So it used this little clicking thing right here to change directions. It picked up an ultrasonic sound. Well, that's how Robie Junior works. This remote here puts out an ultrasonic sound, and there's two sensors on either side of his head. That's how the follow mode works. When you put it to follow, it follows. Whichever side can hear it best, it turns and goes towards that way. That's how it follows you. And then when it moves, I would guess it's just different tones or different pulses or something, and it makes it turn left and right, forward and back, and all that. So my question is, what happens when I use this for the Robie Junior? So please put your best guess down in the comments and be honest.
And no cheating.
Yes, no cheating. So people have actually asked me if I was ever going to remake these tires. As you can see, mine are in really good shape. Yeah, I guess I can make those. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some rubber cement, put some here, and let that dry a little bit because it's going to get glued down like that. Okay, I'll take my clay, also going to put a big blob in the center to save some silicone. So now the silicone is cured. So I'm using Onyx Fast Black. It's a pretty simple plastic. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's pretty strong. It really doesn't need to be degassed, although it could be. This plastic is plenty hard for its purpose. And take a toothpick, kind of work around all those teeth. Okay, time to add the gear. I'm going to go ahead and take it apart again. It goes on this gear. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now for the other one. Now before I put this one in, I need that tire back. So it looks ready. Well, there's my junior mold. This can go back. This goes in. Slide the little shaft into place. Also found a new ball bearing that will fit in there. You can see what the old one looked like. And go ahead and finish putting it back together. These can only go one way. Well, there it is. It's all done. All working really good. You ready to see this guy in action?
Let's see the little bugger go.
Alright, roll it. We'll start off with some nice smooth floor.
Not much of a challenge.
But wait, there's a bump coming up. Oh yeah, now we're on tile, but we have carpet up ahead. Can little Robie Junior do the carpet?
That's my grandson-in-law.
Oh yes, and it gets on the carpet just fine. No problem whatsoever.
Okay, I'm coming.
And now for the follow mode, he comes right back to you.
What a champ.
So now for the question, does this have any effect on him? Well, let's find out. I will turn the remote on. Turn him on.
Hello.
Okay, so it is on. I can make him go forward, backwards, left, and right. I will put the remote over here. So, 1 click. Nothing. 2 clicks. Ah, he turned right. 2 clicks again. 2 clicks again.
Okay, I'm coming.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm coming.
I think he's in follow mode.
Okay, I'm coming.
There's the answer. Yes, it does, but it has to be some sort of pattern that it's doing. So yeah, you can control the Robie Junior with this. So I have the little mold for the Robie Junior or the OmniBot Junior tires, and I've been making tires. They're going to be on eBay, so keep an eye out for that. Maybe check the description in the bottom of this video. Now, since I showed how to make this little gear to replace this thing, I guess I'm out of a job now.
You don't get any of the real world, do you?
Well, no, not really. Go on.
Just look at it this way. How much does silicone cost?
Well, at least $35, I would say.
Okay, so $35. And how much does that plastic cost?
At least 30.
Add shipping, or the cost to get the material, and you're looking at $75. Now, how much would you charge to make a gear?
No more than $10.
So, you think someone is going to pay $75 to make a little gear, for some toy robot, and not just give you $10? Why would anyone do that? That makes no sense. Either they already use the material and have it on hand, or they're not going to buy it. If they already have it, why do they need you?
Okay,
At the
well,
most,
I would
you
like
inspire
to
someone
thank these
to
people
take
right
up a new
here.
hobby,
These
and that's
are
great,
the Patreons.
but that's
If
it.
you want to
You're
become
not
a
giving
patron,
up your work.
go to
It's like why people
patreon.com.
still
You can
go
find
buy
the
their
link
clothes
below.
from stores,
You get some cool
even though they
benefits.
sell
The
fabric
stuff
with
has gone
instructions
out.
on how
Thank
to
you
make
very
them.
much.
You either want to make
And
your own clothes,
also,
or you don't.
thank
No
everybody
one is
for
going to see
watching
some
this.
video and be shocked that they
And
could have
thank
been
you. If
making
you
their
find
own
this
clothes this
enjoyable,
whole
please
time.
give it a like.
Yes,
Thank
let me
you. If
go
you want
buy
to
a
see more
sewing
of this,
machine,
please
fabric,
share,
all the notions
and
that I'm needed,
hit the
and
subscribe
develop
button.
the skill
Thank
to do
you
it.
very much.
Yes, I'm going to take the job away from that
That
person.
was
Robot Garage.
Take farming for instance. Sure, it's nice to have a garden around the outside of the house, but it's done for enjoyment. After the water bill, those tomatoes cost $2 a piece. It's certainly not something done for business. If you want to do farming for a business, it's going to take profitable investments. Much like you buying your material. Instead they are digging wells for water, buying tractors and farm gear. They work on a larger scale so they can make money, which is what you do. You can pay $75 for material, because it's going to be getting used to make money. For just some bloke that needs a gear to make their toy robot go, it's not very practical. Since you couldn't find that gear online, that means you are needed. Is any of this making any sense to you?
You're not real.